guy that looks like a donut, like a dancing donut.
I'm so sorry, guys. Most definitely, Davido is not a dancing donut. Burna Boy is talking about. Most definitely, not Davido, not Davido. Don't say I said it's Davido. Burna Boy is referring to Davido. Davido is not a dancing donut. But I think what most of you think that this guy, Daniel Regha, might be the dancing donut Burna Boy is talking about. Daniel Regha might possibly be the dancing donut that Burna Boy is talking about. Just check out the ears, check out the eyes, the head. So Burna Boy can't just seem to stop doing interview. In fact, I wrote something yesterday following his interview yesterday when he said Afrobeat do not have substance. I said there are many reasons why artists nowadays do not do interview anymore. Some because they have an unfiltered mouth and can say anything without thinking. Burna Boy should just stop doing interviews. Fans love his music. Let it just be like that. Then he talked about dancing donuts. Interview just pulled out today talking about Afrofusion, Afrobeat, Afro this. He created Afrofusion and then trying to liberate. And he also said the prophet is not recognized in his own home. I'm going to address, in fact, this video is all about Burna Boy, guys. It's all about Burna Boy. All about Burna Boy. But firstly, let's listen to him about a dancing donut.
Like, people is really stupid. Like, people are really, really dumb. Like,
it was all over my timeline the last couple of days.
Because of stupidity. That's how there's one guy that looks like a donut. Now,
it looks like a donut.
It literally looks like a dancing donut. Like, for me, it's like I'm now in a place where it's like, bro, I've created Afrofusion. I've done all, like, you know what I mean? Like, I've literally been doing this for over, like, about 12 years now. You know?
The guy that looks like a donut, I've already showed you, and that might be Daniel Regha that he is talking about. But Daniel Regha is really critical when it comes to these celebrities, artists, and their lifestyle and the way they do their stuff. But, you know, I played Davido video. Davido is not the dancing donut that Burna Boy is referring to, but I think Daniel Regha, it's the same thing most of you think. Because if you go Twitter now, you will see how people are writing dancing donut and referring to Daniel Regha, because it's one of all those critics on Twitter that is always, and it has a lot of response as well. Then let's talk about Burna Boy creating. Firstly, let us go about the prophet, that he is not being recognized in his own home.
I want to ask you about a saying that I heard you say. You said, a prophet is not often recognized in his own home.
Isn't it the Bible that said that shit?
Oh, is that from the Bible?
Yeah.
What is that? What does it mean to Burna Boy when you say something like that? A prophet is not recognized in his own home. What does it mean to you?
So it's almost like you're in a pig farm, right? And then fucking every day a pig goes. It's one pig less in the place, right? Every day, right? And then inside the pig place, the pig farm, right? The pigs think that every time someone leaves, they're going to to greener pastures. Like that's what they look forward to. Like, you feel me? And then one day, one pig somehow just says, "Bruh, I don't think they're going to anywhere that is good. I think they're going to turn into sausages and bacon." Right? And then he tells all the pigs that shit, right? Now all the he's the enemy of all the pigs now, because it's like, fuck are you to tell us that? Like, we believe we're going to a better place here. Come here to tell us. You feel me? So that prophet now is not going to be regarded in his home, right? Because it's like, he is saying the truth, but it's like, they don't know it's the truth.
And it's not what they want to hear.
It's not what they want to hear. It's not what they want to hear. But then one day, miraculously, one pig comes back and it's like, bruh, they're trying to kill us. They're trying to make.
He was right all along.
He was right. It wasn't. But then it's like they've made him feel like he's wrong for so long. That's like, even now that this guy has come to tell them that it's still hard for some people to admit because they've said this for so long. You know what I mean? I don't know if it makes sense, man.
No, it makes perfect sense. Did you make that analogy up? Or is that
Yeah,
from
I'm just
somewhere?
freestyling.
If that was off the top, that was a brilliant analogy, honestly.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Well, I guess now nobody has given me compliments for this type of shit before.
You're great at making animal
Every African
analogies
is. Everybody that grew up in Africa, this is how your parents, this is how your fathers used to put situations in front of you.
It was not any goddamn brilliant analysis, but it's quite right though. He's generally saying he's not recognized in his home. Tell me how do Burna Boy want Nigeria to recognize him? Burna Boy is well recognized, well respected, Udogo everywhere. Nigeria rock to his music. What else do Burna Boy want from Nigeria fan base? Maybe I think he wants us to worship him, something like that. He wants fans to worship him, like literally worship him. But why? He's getting all the recognition he can ever get from Naija and Naija fans. They are giving him that absolute respect. Some fans are even putting him above with Davido and Whiskey. And the other day I made a video and I said when it comes to stage performance, give it to Burna Boy. We already hyped him up so far up there. But you know what? Just like some fake prophets, they can never get enough. Some fake prophets can never be satisfied. They can never, ever be okay with what they are getting. They still need more. They needed more. They needed more. Fake churches, fake imams out there, they just want more and more. So any fake prophet, that's exactly what he's going to think. We recognize Burna Boy well. We praise him. We acknowledge what he has done so far. He's just going about downgrading the system that brought him there. Downgrading everything that brought him there. And about creating Afrofusion. Afrofusion, I understand, is a mixture of every culture out there, just putting it and just freestyling, doing whatever you want, mixing it and putting a little bit of Afrobeat in it. So it becomes Afrofusion. But if you say Burna Boy was the first person to create Afrofusion, I do not know. But we have a lot of names for it nowadays. Afrobeat, Afrofusion, Afro-India, what Rema is doing. There's so many Afro, and you can decide to put whatever you want to put after Afro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When I heard like On Top of the World for the first time, and even City Boy for the first time, for me it's a new sound from Burna Boy, but it's fun and it's summertime and it's exciting.
Yeah. And that's the funniest thing. It's actually not even a new sound from Burna Boy because Burna Boy has been Afrofusion. And Afrofusion is a big melting pot of different
cultures and sounds.
Everything, you know what I mean? That's what Afrofusion is, not a box. You understand? Afrofusion looks like this and sounds like this at this time, and it's such a. Okay, let me break it down. Why I created Afrofusion is because I didn't want to be boxed into any Afrobeat or boxed into hip hop or boxed into anything. Because I don't believe in genres. So it's like, for someone who doesn't believe in genres, where are you gonna keep him? I had to create my own fucking thing for you to, you know what I mean? I'm not going to accept any box. You know what I mean? Like others would, people whoever might have done it, might have been mixing anything back in the day would still be identified as, oh, this is a high life musician, or this is a Fuji musician, or this is a whatever. Do you know what I mean? But for me, I don't want that. I never wanted that. You know what I mean? It's like, at first they would say, oh, Burna Boy is a reggae musician. At first, then it was like, no, he's a dancehall musician. No, he's a hip hop artist now. No, he's an R&B. Oh, he's an Afrobeat artist now. this has been the story of my life from the beginning. You know what I mean? And it's
But
like,
there's no one label that can be put on
no,
you.
it's
So when,
Afrofusion. That's why it's the fusion. It's like, it's the fusion of everything in the world, you know, into this Afro man.
so when people hear a phrase like Afrofusion, then they shouldn't be surprised to hear sounds like City Boy, Top of the
Exactly.
World, or even Las
Exactly.
Las, or whatever, because
Yeah.
it's all Burna Boy stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, at least he has created a genre of his own. He called it Afrofusion. Well, he created it, like he said. So if anybody's out there is saying that Burna Boy never created it, then I think that person should bring evidence that he himself or herself created Afrofusion. Well, apart from that, Burna Boy is a great guy. He's a great guy. But recently, when he got all those hatred from us, because he said Afrobeat has no substance. You cannot create Afrofusion and then you say Afrobeat, a genre that has been there, has no substance. We can easily say Afrofusion has no direction. It's directionless. It doesn't have direction. It doesn't have nothing. It stands for nothing. Because a pig. Okay, we can just say Afrofusion is a copycat. It copy from here, copy from here, copy from here. It's a copycat. Everything about that Afrofusion is fake. Will he accept it? Everything, but checking it out, everything about Afrofusion, according to the definition, is fake. It's fake from here, take from here, take from here, take from there. There's no originality. It's just take from the other original jazz out there and just blend it and create Afrofusion. So it's fake. Then when it comes to his net worth, apparently it's worth 22 million US dollars, but that's lies.
A quick Google search says that your net worth is $22 million. Is that accurate?
Let's not talk about that one. I don't know. But I prefer them to think that. That's cool.
You can let them think that.
Yeah, I like that one.
Are they way off?
Way off.
Of course, we already know that Forbes network are bias and lies. Let me be honest with you guys. For those of you who still believe in Forbes network and Google network, all those things, then you guys should have a rethink. I've been saying it for a long time. All those networks are lies. They just estimate based on their brains, nothing more. There are some networks or some artists that have not been updated for years. They are biased. They just pick some few artists they like and they just talk dumbas. That's all. All those artists are way richer than that. Way more richer than that. But it's good though, because it's also helped them in tax. If they're trying to tax them or saying that, okay, you did this, you say, why can't you Google my network? My network is there. I did nothing wrong. You know, it's something like really good. The only entertainers that you can really put a substantial amount in their network are footballers or those sportsmen. But musicians and actors as well, because actors as well also you cannot put amount on their earnings, honestly.